Everybody. Welcome to the Win the Day workshop. I'm beyond excited about this. I am Kim Lagrataria, and I am the founder of Mom Possible. And you may have heard about me talking about this. And so many people are like, but I'm not a mom, or I'm a mom and I totally feel it. And either way, it all works out because when we are in the Mom Possible community, it is more of like all things are possible. So whether you have the desire to have the confidence of the ultimate mom that you always dreamed of being, or maybe you just want to have the confidence that your mom always believes in you, right? Like I just moved it here. I have this card from my mom and she gave it to me when I was 16, and I always just kind of keep it here. It's kind of like whatever. But this is what she always saw for me and everything like that. So it was my inspiration, because even if you're not a mom, you have a mom, had a mom, wish you had a mom a different way, whatever it is, right? But we all desire this badass woman power, right? Where we're able to go and do the ultimate thing, right? In this group, we constantly are like focusing on women who want to fearlessly live a life of fulfillment, full of abundance, without that inner mean girl holding us back. So when we go and we take action on our dreams of what our heart wants, we actually go and get it, and we get success, and we get happiness and fulfillment. And we don't have to stress out the entire journey. It is not a burnout session. It is us being present, being grateful for where we are at, celebrating that, and then leveling up to the next level with that, I keep saying, supreme confidence that we have, and we just have to unlock it. And that's what we are going to be doing. I'll talk more about that later. So if you want to hang around to the end, I'll go into all of that. But let's get to the point. We are here for Win the Day, baby, where our actions, when we align our actions to what our heart wants, what our goals are, we gain this mindset that is unbreakable and allows for us to have success. And I want to talk about that a little bit. So when we're here, you're going to learn how to align your actions and to what your heart is saying. And you're going to be able to wake up every day and have these sunshine moments, and without having any fear or guilt get in the way. And I want you to think about these sunshine moments. So these are like those pockets of joy in your day where you're able to like look back and be like, oh, wow, I can't tell you how many times where I'm just in a moment and I'm like, wow, this is exactly how I pictured it, or this is exactly what I've been dreaming about. And this is what I was manifesting. Like a text message comes through and I'm like, no way. And those are those sunshine moments. They're like little pockets of a memory, a moment where you're present, completely present in, completely feeling the joy, happiness, and also finding a positive outlook when the struggle gets real, right? When it's there. Because to be honest, that's what we're going to go over too. A lot of this is that when we're going through all of this, you're going to see that life is 50-50. Every single person has 50% like opportunity to have awesome, living the dream mentality, like rock and roll. And the other 50% is struggle, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, self-doubt, whatever it may be. Every single person has that 50-50. Now, for me, my 50-50 is going to be completely different than my dad. A lot of times his 50 negative is from what's on the news, because he is happy, fulfilled, and he's lived his life, and he is like, or maybe even we're a little worried about his grandkids or whatever it may be. Where the 50% happiness is there. You do have a choice. There are, unfortunately, that negative side can overtake the positive. And I unfortunately see way too many people living in that, where it may be unbalanced, where it definitely is more like 30% where it's happiness, and then the rest is, that struggle. And that's what we're going to eliminate here. So I have a couple slides I'm going to pull up just so you can kind of see. I'll pop them on and off as we're going here. And that way we'll go through all of this so you can finally align your actions and see how we're going to do this. Okay. Let me share this screen. So I'm going to be doing some pop-ups here. So if you are hopping on and you're on live, I want you to take a picture of us and tag Kim Lags. And then I also, if you are watching the recording, take a picture, and then I want you to tag me in it, and maybe a little takeaway or something on Instagram or Facebook stories. And I will give you a little shout out and thank you for it, and put you in a little raffle for the end. And I'll be going over stuff like that. Okay, here we go. Win the day. I'm just going to leave it like this so you guys can see it. I'm living the life I was brave enough to create. And this is what we're going to be constantly fighting for. So there's something, right? You have this goal you want, whether it is maybe getting another job, finding your dream home, having a relationship be, fulfilling, supportive, loving. Maybe it is a journey you want to be on as a mother, whatever it may be, right? And as you're going through it, like all of these other things are going to pop in. I think about being a mom. When I was pregnant, so many people were telling me like, oh, you can only gain this much weight. You can't eat this. You can't eat that. You got to read the baby books. You got to watch this video. Oh, here's the video I watched that helped me. Oh my gosh, your baby's not sleeping. Like if he doesn't sleep, you have to do this. If he's, if you're going to breastfeed, you have to do this. If you're not going to do that, you have to do this. And all of the opinions and comments and the fears of other people were coming on so heavy that when you become a mom, you're like, oh my gosh, it comes down to one thing, right? You can either go through all of that and let all that stress you out and weigh you down and worry you, but maybe you could just show up and listen to your heart and think about what you want, right? And where you're going and see that you love that baby and instantly in your heart. And maybe even for in a new relationship you're in too, if you're not a mom, where you're going to do whatever it takes to nurture that relationship, nurture that baby, love unconditionally, and make it the best thing possible. That is just in our instinct. If it is true love and genuine, it's going to be easy to do all that. And that's when you have to remember that if you come back to where your heart is, it's going to help you. Now, the problem is that it says, I'm going to be teaching you my life-changing methods that align your actions with your goals that will put you on the path for reaching that next level living, right? So, right, that's great, right? You have this baby, you love, nurture it, take good care of it, but then it stops sleeping, or then it's having a hard time eating. It's really gassy and colicky, whatever, right? Then what? And this is where you have to watch. So many times society is going to tell you one way is best. I know a lot of times when time gets hard, you're going to get on social media, you're going to get on the internet, and you're going to scroll, you're going to Google, and all of these opinions are going to pop up. Yes, some of them will be fact, but a lot of it will be opinion, and that's okay. But what happens is that as you're scrolling through it, you're going to see the highlight reel, all this perfection, and maybe that comparison comes in, and then that self-doubt pops, right? And next thing you know, you're buffering. Buffering is something that you do that distracts you from going after what you really want. And so as you're going through all of this, you're buffering. So maybe some other things that you could do to buffer would be like scrolling social media, comparing yourself to others. Maybe you're like, oh, well, I'm going to be able to clear my mind if I clean the house. I'm going to be able to clear my mind if I just go for a walk, whatever it may be. Oh, I know, I'm just going to like cook some food, make a snack. It's any distraction, any action you take that is not aligned with where you want to go. It is fear protecting you, because the chance of where you want to go is unknown territory. And that's why in this group, we are always constantly aligning everything that we're doing to our heart, to our goals, to where we are going, so you can reach that next level living. But if you're stuck in buffering, and I always think about that, right? Like you go onto a website and then it's like buffering, right? Like, or like you're trying to get internet and everything is just, or like watching Netflix like far away in my room down there. And anytime I try to sign on, it always takes a minute. And it's just a little bit of a distraction for you, right? And so maybe it's when you're having those moments, maybe other past failures pop into your mind, other mistakes that you have made. And then next thing you know, it is just, you're kind of going down that rabbit hole, right? You're wasting time now. Maybe other things that are popping up where it's distracting you of reminding you of other things you have to do. And then you're like, oh my gosh. And you're not prioritizing those actions that are aligned with your goals, aligned with that confidence that you want. And that buffering gets you so stuck in that same spot over and over again that you're waking up every day in the same exact spot. So when you're going through all of this and you're really working for all of this, and you're next thing you know, you're like, I'm going to go and do it. And then when you sit down and maybe you make a list of things you have to do, instantly you're like, all right. And you pick up your phone to look up something. And next thing you know, it's been 15 minutes. All your time is gone and you just buffered. Nothing to show for it. And then next thing you know, you feel like you're not enough. You feel like you're not capable of accomplishing something. You're not able to move on to the next thing. And it becomes a new story you're telling yourself. When you're in our community, when you're in this group, that is the perk of working with a life coach, is that I can call out all of that BS, right? And it's going to come over here. I didn't rearrange them. It's all good. That's why we want to talk about it, because when you follow your heart towards your dream life, you don't want that mean girl, that inner voice, to get in your way. You want that inner mean girl to stop dictating your every single move. And by us going through those methods and teaching you all of them, that's when you're going to see that you are capable of it. We just have to rewrite that story that you're telling yourself. We have to go through our methods so you're not distracted. So when you sit down, it's with intention and you are all in on that. Because then what happens is that when you're aligning your heart and your actions, and that mean girl, you completely rewrite how she talks to you. Because guess what? It's you. It's you. And if you've been with me before, you know about your inner mean girl. We have named her. And I challenge you right now, and send me a message with your inner mean girl's name, because they are absolutely hysterical. So you can actually talk to her and tell her to shut up and go find another space to take over, right? We all have her, right? So many people like envision like the good angel and the bad angel. Well, to me, it's that inner mean girl. And then there's badass Kim. And I always want badass Kim to be driving, in control, steering, right? And when that inner mean girl steps in, that's when I go through the methods that I go over. So we are resilient. And I want you to think about this. So my mentor taught me this, and I love it so much. And I've actually added a whole nother layer to it that's really helped me in these moments. And this mean girl is coming over to knock me down. Once I go through my quick little, like, all right, it's kind of like a little fighting session with her, right? And show her who's the dominant one. And then what happens then is, and I'm like, I take over again. You have to think about this. You take a seed. Eddie was eating sunflower seeds the other day, and it made me think about it again. And he took the seed and he didn't like it, and he threw it in the grass. And as he threw it in the grass, he was talking about how he is going to watch it grow. And then I was like, yeah, right. If you throw it in the grass, like whether you have it, watering it and things like that, like, right, a lot of times, if you just throw it in the grass, chances are there's dirt there, the soil, there's sunlight, there's the nutrients that it needs. If something's already growing there, chances are that it could survive. But if you throw that seed on like the blacktop driveway, it doesn't stand a freaking chance, right? It's going to get washed away, or it's going to burn in the hot sun and cook right there. And it's all good. But if you take those seeds and you plant it in a community that's already thriving, right? That seed is just going to thrive with the rest of the people. And so your seed's already been planted a long time ago. And you get to now choose how you're going to grow. So as you grow up towards the sunlight, and you've already started this, like your parents nurtured you, loved you, and some life experiences may have caused you to veer around, or maybe get a little stiff in your ways, or maybe stop growing, right? And then all these other branches are going to try to grow out. And these branches trying to grow are you expanding and growing, okay? And now these roots that you have here, that's what's going to make you strong. And that's where we focus on all the skills and methods that you can do to strengthen those roots. So they are so deep and so strong that they aren't going anywhere. They are who you are. So every single time that mean girl comes in, you dig down to your roots. Anytime that there's a challenge, or something is like a, rough seas, or a big storm's coming in with high winds, those roots stabilize you. And as long as you know who you are, you're good, right? And that's your heart. Now, as you're growing, your heart is going to tell you where you want to go. Now, but these winds are going to keep coming on, and you have to be resilient. And as you're going through all of this, it's up to you which way you're going to go. So are you going to strengthen those roots? And how are you going to go with the winds that are blowing you? So you're going to find out that these methods are going to allow for you to expand your branches and really grow. So as the struggles come, you have the confidence, the tools, the mindset, you have the belief in yourself to stay strong, that you're not going to blow over in just a little storm. You're just going to dig into your roots, remember who you are, and then fight through it, right? Because you are capable of doing it. You are. You just have to find out where you want what you want. And as you remember what you want, you can grow and expand that way. And as you are growing this beautiful woman of you, as if you're a tree expanding and reaching out for what you want, that's when you're going to be able to really follow your heart and take action. And by you being already rooted in a community that allows for growth, you only have one way to go. And that's up, girl. And that's up. All right, go back here real quick. And that's what we were talking about with these resilience, right? And that when you're going through all of this is that daily action that you're going to be taking. So those daily actions are going to allow for that resilience. So you pop back. So maybe there's a conflict at work, or maybe you just don't like your job. I can't tell you the amount of things that I've had to overcome. And if you've been following me in a lot of stuff, you know a lot of the journeys and the things that I've gone through. One of the things that my mom gave me with that card, and there was one time where it was such a simple decision, but at the time it felt like everything. I had to choose between two sports. And for you, were like, between two sports, but I was already committed to going college bound. I was already committed to go to the highest level, and I didn't want to settle for anything less. And I had to choose which way I was going to go. And when you write down everything and you see all of it, it gives you a little bit of clarity. So you know what you want, and helps you. And so as you're going through any sort of struggles and things like that, if you remember what you want and why you want it, it allows for you to have that resilience to go through it. And you have to remember, and I was saying this in my post, is that you have to listen with your heart, because a lot of times, even with my kids, there are things that I want to be easy. For example, like Joey, he's a terrible, horrific sleeper. And hey, go outside, go. Hold on. And at first, I just kind of sucked it up. I didn't really know what to do, and I just struggled with him. Nothing was really working. And then I started doing my research and learning, and I tried all these different things. But guess what? I never did. I never once listened to my heart. I listened to what everyone was saying, and then I was using what we were struggling through. So I got the behaviorist, and I got he was in all these other therapies. I went, I had a sleep trainer come and quit on me. She's like, I don't know what to tell you. I brought him to doctors. He had surgeries to open up his airway in case it was that. We eliminated foods. We literally essential oiled everything. And it came down to this. He had a fear. He had a fear of being alone, and he still does. And in my heart, finally, I just threw everything out of the window. And I was like, what does my child need to navigate this struggle? Right? What does he need to get through this? So I could go through all the sleep training books again. I can watch the videos. I can go on YouTube. I could pay for all the courses again, or I can just listen to what he needs and what he's telling me and go with that. And guess what happened? He started sleeping. He didn't need sleep training where I slowly crept out of the room. He needed comfort and love. He had food allergies, and growing up, I'm telling you, all night stomach aches, all night. He would just be so uncomfortable, and anything I would do that would help remedy a stomach ache, it helped. Once I eliminated the food, it got better. But I honestly am telling you, I think it established a fear in him of the nighttime being associated with pain and discomfort. And when he was with mommy, he was comfortable and safe. And so once we gave him the option of sleeping where he wanted to be, and it eliminated the problem of being too scared to sleep. And so guess what happened? He started sleeping. And all of that I was able to navigate because I finally took a step back and listened to what my heart wanted, needed, what his heart wanted and needed, and his body needed. And now we sleep. We moved into our dream home, and our bedrooms are across from each other. So even if he's in his room, he can just say, mommy. And I'm like, we're right there. We're right next to each other. We're in each other's spaces no matter what. And it eliminated that fear completely. And now he sleeps through the night. He used to sleep for 3 hours a night. 3 hours. That was it. And now we sleep all night. He gets 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night. And if people told like if I told you that he didn't sleep and you didn't know me then, like you wouldn't believe it. For he puts his head on his pillow and he's out cold and he doesn't wake up until the morning. So it's freaking awesome. You can, and that's the thing, is like, as you're going through all of this, you can align that. And same thing with like, I've been injured so many times. One of the biggest ones was I was big on my fitness journey and I tore my calf muscle, my gastrocnemius. It tore in half. And it ripped in half. And I was told that, I couldn't do anything. I was in a boot. I was in physical therapy for 8 weeks. I was supposed to go and train with these top trainers, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I knew I needed help. I needed that support. I needed someone to guide me. And instead of it being detrimental, where it got into my mindset and I completely lost who I was, I then went to people who were experts at this and were able to align my actions with healing and getting better. And so then instead of it being a rest of your life injury, I was better. It did take a little longer because it was a little worse than we thought it was. But I was still able to go and work out with the top trainers and it was a huge success story for me. So as I navigate a new injury, I know I can, instead of going through all the struggle again, I can go back to my journaling and of my emotions. And if I can go and I can be present in where I'm at, I can go and get the resources and the support again to know that I can navigate through this because I am resilient and I'm able to go through it. So now as I'm traveling through this whole new journey of a new injury that's completely different, I am not allowing for it to change. So every single person is different, right? And as you're going through and navigating through these different seasons, and each of us are going to have a goal that's similar, but maybe a little bit different. So maybe it is, opening up a new business, finding a new job, not letting mom guilt dictate your every single move. Maybe it is not letting that mean girl hold you and keep you paralyzed where you're at, and learning how to align these daily actions so they are efficient, effective with that mindset and your heart. You're going to hear me. I used to say passion, right? What you want. But for me, it's what your heart wants. It's like, listen to your heart, that gut. I always say it was your gut feeling, but now I know it's your heart. And when you listen to your heart and her and let her guide you, then you're going to see it. And we're going to be going over all of this on how you do it. So let me real quick. I'm going to show you real quick. Bring up my slides again. And that's what our All Things Possible Mastermind are, right? All right. So it's building that belief, unlocking your dreams, and really allowing for you to get there. It's learning to align your actions with your heart so your days are filled with those sunshine moments where you literally can sit back, relax, and feel the joy. And I will show you how to find the positive. Here we are, a group of the busiest go-getters. Like, even if you don't work, or maybe, you do work and you're trying to get out of that job. Maybe you are, whatever it may be, right? We are all busy. Life is freaking busy, but we are go-getters and we need that intense accountability. That's where we are with our mastermind and our confidence, so that we can get the most success and happiness without getting burned out, without letting that guilt and fear hold us back. So, and when we're working together, it's going to combine the accountability you need with the support you crave and the confidence. And you'll see that we become a family, and it seriously is something that we can't break from. It has been amazing. So if you need help with the accountability, maybe you need to figure out what systems and methods that are going to align with what you want and where you're going, that will help you here, right? You need belief and confidence. As you are going through these methods and you're consistently doing them, you're going to see your belief and your confidence really build. And as you hit any setbacks, or as that wind starts to blow, you're going to have the resiliency skills. So that setback is not a setback. It is just you blowing in the wind. And then as soon as that storm passes, you're back because you were grounded in your roots, right? And all of that, I'm going to be helping you with all of these through the support system that you've never experienced before. So I'm going to help you figure out all of these. Okay. You're going to have consistency with clear systems, from a tracker to our journals. I'm obsessed with everything that we do, blocking out our days and things like that. I'm going to be with you 100% of the time. You'll be able to message me whenever you want. Our whole community will be connected together, and that accountability to make sure that we are actually reaching our goals and getting it done by our goals, right? So our heart, our belief, and our actions are all aligned so you can confidently live your dream life. And this dream life that I always talk about, it may not be like right now, like I know my dream life and I'm halfway there. And and that's, I'm not going to set my dream life goals to happen in a year. My dream life goals are freaking big. So I know it's going to take a couple of years to get there. And I'm okay with that, because as I'm going through this, I'm setting little goals along the way to prove to me that I'm on the right path. And a lot of it is with consistency and showing up. So what do we do in this group, our All Things Possible Mastermind? We have a Facebook group where we are able to connect. I'll be sharing quotes and things like that. You're going to get the Win the Day workbook that will have everything that we talked about to get you to that next level. I also have a 30-day growth mindset journal, and you're going to get access to all my content that I've ever made before. I'll be able to share it with you. It's already in the Facebook group, ready to go for you. We're going to have weekly calls, and each week there'll be a teaching session where I'll be able to break down every single method that we use to unlock that next level of confidence, to conquer that inner mean girl, and to make sure that all your daily actions are aligned with your heart so you can go and live your dream life. We're also going to have a hot seat call where it kind of like reverses it, where I'll be on the hot seat and you're going to blast me with 100 questions and anything that you need to know to get to that next level. And also we're going to have question and answer. So just like that, like just easy, go with the flow as things pop up so we can go through any struggle on top of our life coaching sessions. So there's going to be days where I'm going to just have life coaching sessions with each of you so we can really break down what we are doing and eliminate that buffer zone. So you're constantly aligned with your goals and your actions and your heart. And we're also going to be able to change the story and things like that. So you're all aligned. And then I'm going to hold you accountable for this, because so many times you start and after like a week of doing it, maybe something happens, you have a little hiccup in the road and you don't continue. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to have a tracker where you're going to be able just to like click, yes, I did it. No, I didn't. And then you'll get the summary emailed to you at the end of each week to make sure you're being held accountable. And then this way we'll all be together, aligned and things like that. So I honestly love this. This is our new family. This is where you're going to be able to thrive. This is where you're going to be able to get to the next level. So whatever your goal is, we are going to eliminate that guilt that dictates your every move. You're going to learn how to align your actions so then you're not stressed out or overwhelmed when you hear and see your next level job and see your next level living and you don't get freaked out. So you're going to be able to eliminate your head, that head voice that's constantly keeping you self-sabotaging yourself to keep you in the same spot every single day, to finally wake up good as gold and know that everything that you're doing is going to make your life shiny. Right? Just think of Moana. So shiny. Sorry. Mom, see? Mom Possible coming in with the win there, with a little hint of mama coming at you with the Moana quotes coming at you. So what I'm doing is everything that I showed you, I usually charge everybody the $500 a month for everything. But listen, it's end of summer. And especially if you're a teacher like me, money is, oh boy, tight. Because most people like don't get paid in the summer. Also, it's summer and I hope you lived your best freaking life. It's my favorite season. So we're going to do an end of summer sale. And the next 5 people who sign up are going to get it for $300 instead. I've never done that ever. So I'm really excited about it. Really excited. And we're going to be teaching everything from, those methods that are going to align everything together that will put you on the path and keep you on your path. These are not adding to your to-do list. They are going to be allowing for you to thrive every single day. We're going to conquer that inner mean girl so you can follow your heart towards your dream life and that confidence to live fearlessly. So no matter what blows your way, you have the resilience to overcome any guilt, any fear, any worry, any self-doubt that comes your way. We're kicking them to the curb because we are now official badasses. So next 5 people are going to get the discount. And if you tag me. I'm going to send you the Win the Day workbook immediately so you can print it out and get started. And I'm just and the 30-day journal is awesome too. So I'm so excited. Share this if you want to share this with a friend and bring someone in. I will talk to you about a referral bonus where you'll get a bigger discount, and that, or maybe whatever, we'll talk about a referral bonus for you. But this is a place that we're going to come together, and I'm going to have other options for you. So whether it is you want to commit until the end of the year, where we'll wrap it up, or if you want to even just go month to month, there are options for you. But this is the only chance. So you have until Friday to jump in for this special deal. It is Tuesday today, so it gives you plenty of time. And I am so freaking excited for us to grow together and win the day, not just today, but every day, so we can live the dream for the rest of our lives together. So I love you all. And I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait to be there with you, learning and showing you that you don't have to fight through this. You don't have to get stuck in the comparison wheel, and that we can work smarter and live our best lives now instead of waiting till retirement like they all talk about. All right, friends, have a great day. And thank you for being here.